If you've been on the internet for a little while, you probably recognize the subreddit 2-sentence horror. It's a little cringy, but the idea is that you read the title, and then when you read the second sentence, it's supposed to be shocking and a little scary. For some people, it works, but for a certain amount of people, specifically players of Dead by Daylight back in 2016, it doesn't even take 2 sentences to scare them to death. It only takes 2 words. Main building. The main buildings originally found in Dead by Daylight were so poorly designed that nearly all of them were infinites. The survivor was literally uncatchable unless you could trap it, or if they made some horrible mistake, you literally had to leave. By the time I started playing, most of these infinites were gone and the main buildings were still bad, but definitely a lot better. And nowadays, most of them have gotten much better. Some are even pretty good for killer and don't have that much safety for survivor. But that's most of them. Not all of them. There is one main building that has resisted so many changes and to this day is still a nightmare of design. And it is the main building of the Badham preschool family of maps. This main building is honestly just so bad. It is very static. Around it, you have certain pallets that can build a little bit of time, but the horrors await inside. Once you get chased in this main building, you can pretty much do always the same thing. You run downwards into the basement of the building, and if you see this pallet here, great, you go for it, and if you don't see it there, it's in its other location, so you can go and drop it, and most killers will have to waste quite a bit of time catching up. When you go all the way around and come up from the other side, you sometimes have a pallet here, and you can drop it and again make a lot of distance and then utilize the other points of safety around the main building or whatever else you need. But even if this pallet's not here, then it just spawns a little bit on the other side and it's still good, especially if you break the breakable wall and then you can go to it from different angles, which the killer will sometimes have to do to navigate the map. So it's already a pretty safe place when you're looping it, but the worst part about it is that it's a really awful place even when you're not looping it, even when you're just dying. A survivor that dies in the deepest part of this main building takes a very long time to get hooked. So long that a single body block or even one perk in play or anything like that will likely make this survivor unhookable. Yes, it's true, you could break one of the breakable walls and then go back for the survivor, hope that they haven't crawled too far, and then hook them elsewhere. But this takes even more time and you waste so much time just getting a survivor to a hook outside of this main building, which is awful. It's just really poor design. And that would make you think, oh my God, it's just survivor sided. But the thing about bad design is that it swings both ways, because if the basement spawns here, this is one of the worst basements in the entire game. And let me tell you why. If you go down and you get hooked on it and the killer goes to the top part, guess what? There's only 2 doors that allow survivors to enter this building if the breakable walls are unbroken. And the killer can literally defend both of them and even body block one of them from the same spot. Not only that, if a survivor is in the basement, they get 0 anti-camp because the game detects the killer being too far away. So the killer can totally get away with this. And yes, it's very lame, but it will absolutely work. And there is very little that survivors can do. And if you think that all of this is hyper specific to one scenario and that it really wouldn't matter in a real match, let me try to prove you wrong. I have a game that I played some months ago on this map against a team of survivors that brought some really nasty builds. They generally played super well. And in any other circumstances, considering that I was playing Trapper and that Badham is a really bad map for killer in general, they would have destroyed me. But very early into the match, they made a mistake around the basement that I tried to take advantage of. And let me show you how that went. Oh, not the Badham preschool one shot. Oh, no. Why don't they rename this to just Badham preschool? Question mark. Would it be such a bad idea? Since 2, 3, 4, 5 are only in private games? Doesn't seem like such a bad idea, does it? I'd love to put a trap here, but not if I have a small audience, man. Okay, let's push them out of the corner. This trap here has gotten me some downs. It's a little hard to see, a little. So, Corrupt. Corrupt was far away from 2 of my spawns, it seems. Alright, fun fact, chat. This guy is now trapped here. Put it around the corner so they cannot see it easily. If I find this person, I should be chilling. This is an inescapable trap as far as I know. Yeah, this girl should be trapped. Oh, never mind. She's fine. Someone disarmed it, sadly. Yeah. There's no way around that, but that's okay. I mean, we got an injury on someone. Let's Let's just think of this as a I got 2 hits on 2 people kind of situation. And that's not bad. Especially with Chotophobia. This guy cannot heal with a medkit anywhere near. Oh, that's so unbelievably unfortunate for them. I make it to basement from both sides here, I think. Oh. Chad, would you hook in basement here? I think so. I think with this add-ons, if I pull this off, I think it's an immediate win, but... That was a bit of weird navigation. Nice, nice. This is like Subway Surfers. Perfect. #1 or Trackmania player. Right there. Bam. But yeah, basically just reset the traps that I already have in place and this becomes kind of a death house. And the best part is that I can camp her from so unbelievably far away, you wouldn't believe it. And even just attempting, not even getting it, but just attempting to get the rescue is crazy, crazy investment of time. Alright, so now we pay for the consequences of doing that strategy. We have obviously lost a lot of gens. I thought I was watching a YouTube video. Oh, thanks. Oh, these traps on the edges could really do it for us right now. This one here too. Might catch someone off guard. Best thing they can do, by the way, is possibly let her die. Unironically, let her die. And sit crazy on gens. And it's not guaranteed I get 3 kills at all. I could have held her hostage there, maybe? I'm not too sure I could have. Judging by the fact that I haven't heard the snap, I think she's out of healing stage 2 anyway. So I'm actually gonna commit to this. Yeah. Really, really stupid map, Badham. We always complain about how bad it is for killer, and 9 times out of 10, it is bad for killer. It could have been as simple as the basement being in shack, and this thing that I was doing here, completely invalidated. Keep in mind, if they go for this, they have to... like, all of these traps are in places where it is impossible for a survivor to hold it while another survivor is, like, going through. It's just impossible. It's literally just impossible. Because it's in narrow areas, right? The anti-camp, I think, is so far away. Yeah. Yeah, they're not even trying to go for the rescue. Honestly. Like, how would it work? Like, they penetrate the first layer, they become injured, they join the person in the basement, most likely. And they don't get them out, most likely. And I could also reset the traps, and then the person can't escape easily. Without some, you know, complicated, unbreakable DS. Now, I've done similar... Oh my goodness, I thought I was out. I've done similar breakdowns of other really, really bad maps, such as RPD. And at least in RPD, I see a way where a group of survivors could actually play around it. But here... I don't see how. Like, I don't see how going in there. You want to know the most messed up part? I could still get a survivor in there. The most messed up part is that there are 2 ways to enter the school, assuming that you don't break anything. But one of them, I haven't trapped. And then there's 2 other subways down, but there's also the hole. I can go through the hole, and then on my way out, step on my own trap. And even though it's so impenetrable for them, I still can go through and get another person in, for example. If someone had gone down, I could still... Nice play. I could still go. That's how messed up that is. Normally, if you trap shack, for example, one of the downsides of doing that is that... That was a dead part. Is that if you trap shack, unless you have the brown add-on that lets you step on your own traps, you're gonna be in some trouble. Because if you try to carry someone to shack, well, you step on your own traps and now you can't, so... you know what? I think that's good enough. This girl... Oh. Just break this. I don't hear her very well. This seems to me like a free hit, and if I send her off, she might step on one of these silly traps. Kwon Taeyong could come back and get the pickup? Yeah, that's what he did. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, she ran into a wall. A bit unfortunate there. There's a window, but she doesn't have a fastball, so I think I get her. No problem. I don't make it to basement from here, needless to say. But I can just leave this girl for pressure and just go for this too. Who are just being gens. You know, gen fiends. And that's it. It's GG's. Tell me exactly what this team could have done different. I know they did not do anything spectacular. I know they missed a DS. I know this. I know that, right? Like, I know. But tell me exactly what they could have done better. And the answer is, I have no clue, dudes. I have no clue. Let's put it here. Hope she's a little stupid. Oh. She might be a little stupid. Nice. Damn. That shouldn't have worked. Conviction. Oh. This guy was really smart. He had that perk a little while ago, Chad. He's had it ready for a little while. But I think he maybe waited? I don't know. Hey. They picked up over there, right? This guy's gonna go down. Where would you go down if you were him? Keep in mind, you make the usual noises. Birds. Let's check around here. Found him. Oh no. Soul Guard? Wait. I'm sorry. How was he picked up again? Unbreakable. Unbreakable, Conviction, Soul Guard. And we don't know what else. He has to go for the pickup and he will have to... The thing is, I don't want to chase here. This is a strong place that we haven't really... yeah, she got Mangan. We haven't really explored too well. Okay, guess we pick up. Damn, why is he broken though? That's a part of Conviction. He's gonna... yeah. That's plot twist now, I think. Yeah, so that's the whole build revealed. What? That was quick. Or was that... didn't I hook over here? The thing is, this guy, I can never slug, really. Can I? He finished the heal of her? No. Yeah, this he might be in trouble. Oh, yeah. If he hugs that tight, he's dead. You see how important it was? I chased this guy here at the very, very start. What I did is I chased him off, and then I went back and I put the trap. It's simple, it's subtle. But I think it was important, because if I put the trap right away, there's a chance that this guy would have just used the third person to watch from this exact point. They would have seen that trap, called out, now it doesn't work. So, yeah. Sometimes as a trapper, you do need to do a bit of like crowd control and be very aware of like the survivor's third person and so on and so forth. This girl's the one that rescued. She does not have any anti-camp. She has dead hard, 100%. I'm just gonna hit her. She's holding onto it. She's holding onto it. She's trying to like... sorry, I don't know why I expected this girl to be anywhere else. I could have reopened that trap there. Yeah. Maybe that one over there will work. I could just pick up the other girl I left, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll just go and do that. Yeah, I figured when they picked each other up so quickly. This girl could have anti-tunnel, so... This is not really a one match for them, but it is a match where they've just stalled me a little bit. That's okay, maybe. Let's check here if anyone's being stupid. Yeah, they're being stupid. Check, you're dead hard. Okay. Oh, damn. That was a faster fall than I wanted. Fun fact, by the way, in case you're not super aware. Pretend to pick up, he'll walk in front of me with the flashy. Maybe not, because maybe he just expects this icy one for friend. Yeah, pallets, by the way, are always fast bolts. Right? So why did I think it was faster than usual? Yeah. I'm just gonna do it, chat. I'm just gonna do it. There we go. I waited a second there. This is like... I ran out of things to say in this match. If I picked her up by pressing the spacebar at that exact moment, that was a little risky. And I'm going to tell you why. If a survivor escapes the trap at the exact same time that you press spacebar, you will actually pick up the trap. And it looks so stupid. It looks so unbelievably stupid. Right? Luckily for me, that shouldn't be a problem, because I have the add-on that prevents me from picking up traps anyway. But, yeah. I think he takes the window. Oh. Alright, guys. I'm sorry it's been over for a little while. Oh. We know his whole build, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think he's got that hard in it. But, yeah. You can't pick up your traps, though. Yeah, no, I can't. But maybe you can if you play this killer without this particular specific purple add-on. Okay. That's good enough. I think she's really out of options here, but... respect the dead hard though, I think it might be there. Oh, maybe not. GG's. No hatch offering. Oh, wow, well, they found it really quick for no hatch offering. GG's, damn. Was there a hatch offering? Did I just miss it? No, just crazy luck. Oh, okay. Oh, that's quite unfortunate, because you can tell that Ada was part of the plan. They all had the same idea, right? When Kwon Taeyong got 11 and he got picked up from the ground, that was We're Gonna Live Forever. So they were all part of the plan, but this girl could never do her part. GG's. Funny how that works sometimes. Now, it's a really good thing that map offerings have been nerfed and people cannot send you to a specific map to take advantage of a flaw in design. But regardless, even if it only happens early, you should never win or lose a game in 30 seconds due to bad design, in my opinion. I've already made a video before talking about RPDEs and how it's similarly exploitable. That one does have a little bit of counterplay, so watch that video if you want to know how to use it as a killer and how to avoid it as a survivor. But sadly, I suspect there are more maps like this. I can think of at least one from the top of my mind where I think something similar can be done. So I hope the devs really, really look into these things, man.